Hi, this is Eric Odell with Continuous Testing Live, and today we're broadcasting live from AWS reInvent here at the CA Technologies booth, where we're teaching you how to be a DevOps rockstar and how to make your cloud ops rock. Today, I'm here with Margaret Lee. She's the Senior Vice President of Product for Continuous Testing at CA. How are you doing today, Margaret?
Good, very, very excited to be at AWS conference. Hello, Eric.
All right, and so what are some of the things you're hearing out here as you're talking to some of the people about testing?
Yes, so this is AWS conference, a lot of cloud-based development teams and developers here, and testing is a hot topic, right? So continuous testing is really high on everybody's mind.
Okay, in terms of testing, how has the role of testing evolved over the last 10 years?
Well, testing is nothing new. From the day that the first application was born, somebody had to test to make sure it works. But the way that testing is being done really has evolved. The foremost is the way the application is being developed, moving from a waterfall step-by-step process to a continuously development release process, agile process. So the old days of testing just a particular step in the development cycle is now being pervasive. Second is that testing usually is done by the testers, right? So the developer code the code and toss it over the wall to testers, and you guys to make sure it doesn't break. But that sort of super specialty is also being democratized. So more and more developers, sometimes even operations folks, are being asked about the application quality that actually works. So the stage during testing is done, as well as the role of testers are evolving very rapidly. And not surprisingly, the tools they use are changing as well.
Okay, and so lately we've been hearing a lot about continuous testing, okay? So, when we talk about DevOps, we talk a lot about CI and CD, but now we're talking about continuous testing like being the missing link, so to speak, of continuous delivery. So what does that really mean?
Right, so sometimes people think about, oh, I have continuous build, so I'm continuous delivery, or I'm continuously writing code or putting stuff into production. It turns out that testing is one of those hidden roadblocks that blocks something like 63% of the applications, okay, or the times. So what continuous testing means that your practice of testing needs to be evolved, just like the way that you do small pieces of development, right? You test in small increments and do that continuously. You need to manage your requirements, manage your test cases, manage your test data, and manage your test environment on an ongoing basis, and not delegate that into certain cycles within in the development process.
All right, so when we talk about continuous testing, we kind of talk about test automation, on the same breath. But if you automate your testing, does that mean that you're doing continuous testing?
Right, so there has been a number of technologies over the years to help automate the testing. But the fact is, vast majority, north of 70% of testing are still done manually, right? There's a certain amount of scripts that can be run, but if you think about testing, you need to pull the lens back. From the moment the requirement is written, right, the test case gets created and maintained and generated and run, all the way to the application is put into production. So you may have a couple of steps in testing that's automated with scripts or automated with latest technology, but you need to think about the system holistically from end to end, from the requirements creation and updates all the way to a point of production. There's different components of testing throughout the cycle. And most people do not have the entire cycle automated. Vast majority of testing is still done manually.
Well, thank you very much, Margaret. This is Margaret Lee, Senior Vice President of Product for Continuous Delivery with CA Technologies, talking about continuous testing. And we're going to be talking with Margaret a little later to learn about some of the tools that CA Technologies is bringing to you for your continuous testing strategy. So for now, we'll see you next time.